Hello, my name is Sarah Hobson, and I'm an elementary art teacher in Jackson, Missouri. One essential area of improvement within my organization is the area of instruction within a lesson. Our educators understand that feedback for our students is crucial, but the majority of our focus relies on our own teachings. While we are aiming for progress for each and every student, we need to focus on teaching our students how to ask for, understand, and use feedback. Teachers sometimes forget that feedback is an essential part of effective learning. It will help students understand the subject being studied, and it gives them clear guidance on how to improve learning. This is an area in which our school could benefit highly from in terms of improvement. Another essential area of improvement is the idea that teachers are able to teach multiple ways of knowing, interacting, and being able to provide opportunities for practice. Our educators are mindful of these different areas, but I believe that we lack the awareness of specific strategies we must implement in order for effective learning to take place. John Hattie states that goal setting, self-instruction, and self-evaluation strategies promote a more active approach to learning tasks and high levels of interaction with one another and with the content. My school will need to think about these 3 strategies and ultimately learn from our students. As educators, we have to ask ourselves these questions regularly. Is the majority of our students tactile, visual, or auditory learners? So much of what we plan for our students has to correlate with the way our students learn, and we can't decide that for them. Our school would benefit tremendously from researching and collaborating on new strategies that will teach us how our students learn. How our students learn and use feedback could be improved upon in several productive ways. I'd like to create visual aids around my own room. One of these would be a feedback questions poster, which will represent different questions or comments students are encouraged to ask throughout lessons. Rather than speaking for the students, I'm allowing for the conversations to be student-led, thus creating an environment where students feel that they're in control of their own learning. One of the first teaching aids I will be implementing in my classroom is Google Classroom. This will take place at the beginning of the year. I will also introduce this technology tool to classroom teachers who can create student and teacher blogs together. In my art room, Google Classroom will be used weekly, and it will be used for student feedback, in-progress work, and as an outlet for students to post questions and new ideas. Through feedback and conversation, teachers can grasp through Google Classroom how little or how much a student is understanding the content of a unit. Along with art projects, Google Classroom will also be a place for students and teachers to show and tell, a very effective teaching strategy. Teachers can upload videos of themselves, sharing information or modeling how to do something. Students who only listen to information prove that it is less effective, so I plan to focus on showing them how to do things with the use of Google Classroom. Once Google Classroom has been introduced and show and tell has been evident on a regular basis, I would like to take the focus to the lesson experience from the student's perspective. While it may seem like a small teaching gesture, I would like to incorporate another activity called 4 corners. The premise is simple. I'd call out a question and the class will divide itself into the 4 corners of the room depending on their response. It's kinesthetic, academic, and will hopefully guarantee for 100% participation. The corners would be listed 1 through 4 and the questions could correlate with the unit. Once simple questions have been asked, we can move on to opinion questions. I could show 4 different images with the same subject matter portrayed in 4 diverse styles. You can even have students try to convince one another to change their votes. Classroom teachers would be encouraged to integrate this activity as an engaging tool for the end of a lesson. This activity may prove that we can teach multiple ways and feedback will be evident. I believe this entire plan will be effective for the students in my school as it allows for many learning opportunities. This plan allows for our students to have a voice and to be heard, and they will feel that they are in control of their own learning, and teachers will ultimately be able to learn from their students so that they can make changes when need be. John Hattie states that to command a range of learning strategies requires dedicated and passionate people. And in order for improvement plans and new strategies to succeed for our students, we must commit to the needs of these individual students. To reach these students, we will have to motivate them, involve them in new ways of learning, and be advocates for them, ensuring that they have all the resources that they need to succeed. Thank you.